I gotta get drunk, and I sure do dread it.
Steaks cooked medium rare.
Can I get my steak cooked just
That wasn't no question.
What did you say? One Patty LaBelle, not so well, no smell.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you, Len. Helpful.
Which kind of women just about done rig my life.
You set them up and I'll knock them back, Lloyd. One by one.
One bourbon, one scotch, one beer.
Hey, man, grab a stool, belly up, and get overserved.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Overserved, the podcast for those who serve, those who have served, and those who've been served. And we got a great guest in the room today. It's Dustin Ybarra.
Is that you, Lawrence? I'm blind. I can't. No. I'm just kidding, guys. Yeah, let's make fun of disability first thing.
Welcome aboard, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good,
Yeah?
dude. How are you doing,
Hey, I'm enjoying myself, trying to have a little fun and be a little creative, and all that stuff.
We live in the South Bay.
The
Isn't that
South Bay,
awesome?
we're the luckiest people.
Bro, I love it, dude.
You grew up here.
No, I grew up in Dallas.
How long have you
Dallas.
been in the South Bay?
Probably 12 years.
Yeah?
No, 6 years. I was way off. I've been in LA for probably 12 years, but I lived in Hollywood and Pacoima and, all those.
Pacoima? I don't even know where Pacoima is.
Oh, bro. You turn on the news, bro.
That's where it is.
Yeah, a lot of gang stuff. Pacoima's in the hood, bro. That is straight up hoodiest of hood.
And you moved from the hood to the lily white South Bay.
I know, man. Now I just got to worry about e-bike gangs. That's all we have to worry about here.
And then the worry is when 13-year-old kids beat the crap out of a guy on e-bikes.
Dude, what's with that, man?
They got to change that law, man. If you're getting hit, you can hit back.
Did they
I don't care if they're 4.
Bro, exactly, right?
Be tossing kids.
Yeah. Why did the toddler fight you, though?
Yeah, man,
dude?
Exactly. You moved out here. You were already...
Yeah, dude. So I moved from Dallas to New York, then New York to LA, and then I was in Pacoima. I was staying there because my buddy, his cousin, had gotten shot, and they needed someone to take care of him. So I was like, ooh, I need a place to stay, and so I would go help him out and stuff. And yeah, it was a free place to live, and I got to do auditions.
Like help him out how?
Hand jobs
dress
every day. No, he was shot. And he couldn't walk, so I was just
well, I didn't know if you were dressing his wounds.
No, I don't have that kind of experience.
He's a nurse. He does everything, man.
No, but I was just help him out, get him stuff, walk him around. Because he could barely, but he had a lot of nerve damage. It's he's good now, but at the time he was just really messed up, dude. And the people, he was just there was a lot of gang stuff, so it was a little unsafe at that time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you ever have any close encounters? Did you?
Nah, not me. That's the thing. If you don't gangbang, I don't feel like you're gonna get messed with. You know, in that area, it's you look at me and it's oh, this guy. No one's gonna come and be like, hey, where you from, fool? It's okay. I'm not gangbanging. But I remember it was weird because we bought a zoo during that time. So I would go from Pacoima to the Hidden Valley and just how different things are within a 30-minute drive was insane, dude.
Yeah, it's unreal.
It's this, I'm leaving this area, graffiti everywhere, saw some heads up on the street, and now here's Matt Damon, It's
right.
a weird, wow, this is an interesting disparity.
Where's Hidden Valley?
It's in kind of by Malibu-ish,
Okay, is that where the zoo was?
Yeah, the zoo was over there, and what's that? Oh, dude, I'm trying to think of it right now. Past Sherman Oaks, past what was that? What's that area over there?
Calabasas?
Past Calabasas, right past Calabasas.
Woodland Hills?
Right past Woodland Hills.
Kansas?
Really nice. Dude, it's really nice over there. I can't remember what it is, but it's super nice. And,
you can leave here and in 5 minutes.
You can. That is
Change.
true.
You're just it's a totally different neighborhood.
Bro, we got Hawthorne, dude. That's our Pacoima over here.
Hawthorne equals Pacoima.
Yeah, dude.
So now, were you when you were in Dallas?
Mm-hmm.
Were stand-up?
Yeah, I was doing stand-up. I started in high school, so I was just I got to start early and, just work on my act. And did that for like 4 years and moved to New York. And I came in with an act already. I was probably like 21, and I got an agent, manager, and just got everything. Like, I didn't even know how showbiz worked, but I did some like NBC showcase, and I went up there with like no money, but I opened for Bill Bellamy, and he was like, "You got to get on the show," and I did it, and I just ended up staying in New York.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And when did you move? What made you move here? Agents, managers?
Yeah, because I wanted to do more acting, and they were like, "Oh, you should move to LA." I'm like, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
And now, when you were coming out here, were you drinking?
I was drinking a little bit. I started drinking a little bit in New York, and nothing crazy though. I don't drink anymore. I guess things got crazy, and I've been sober for coming up on 4 years, and it was just kind of like typical messing up, you know, the whole blacking out. Especially with comedy clubs, you don't remember what happened, and then everyone's pissed at you the next day, and you're like, oh, okay. So, yeah, and I was like, it was bad, dude. I was like having seizures and shit. So
Really? You had seizures?
Dude, I had a seizure, bro. I had a seizure at this recovery meeting, dude. This lady,
at the recovery meeting?
At the recovery meeting, yeah. They do these little things where it's like she was celebrating like a year of sobriety, and they're all singing happy birthday, and I had a seizure. And she walked over me to get a birthday coin. I was like, okay, must be pretty important.
Oh, man.
I went to rehab the next day, which was good.
I met you through Sully.
Yeah, Sully's my dude.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Love Sully.
And was he your recovery guy?
He was there when I had the seizure, actually.
Oh, he was?
Yeah. Sully was, dude, you know, Sully, tough dude from Boston.
Right.
You kind of like, it's almost like, it's like that guy is like, tough guy with a heart of gold.
Yeah,
know?
well, exactly.
Yeah, and so he took me to the hospital, him and Jay Moore. Jay was there.
Yeah, right.
And, then, you know, I went to rehab the next day.
I can imagine Sully being like, "Bro, what are you doing? Throwing a seizure in the middle of my meeting."
Yeah. He leans over when I had the seizure. He leans over to Jay and was like, "Best meeting ever."
That's hilarious.
Which is weird because I could laugh about it now, but that was the worst. That whole like last bit was the worst time of my life, dude. Like, no, I can't. It was like hell every fucking day, dude. Being addicted to something sucks dick, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
of course.
Especially when you get caught in that loop and you're just like, this is my life now. I'm just trying to get out of feeling normal, you know? Or feeling, just being I can't deal with my own, just being sober. So I gotta change these feelings, and alcohol, drugs, you know? It's like, whatever. And it was fun for a while, but then it's like towards the end, it always starts out fun, and then it's like consequences, and then just consequences. Fun with consequences, and just consequences. What they say.
So how long before you were like, I think I might have something going on here. I think I might need to address something before you said, you know, they always say the rock bottom. You know,
I think like about maybe 2 years. But I would have these moments that were bad, but they would be like far apart, you know? And especially in your 20s, it's very like, oh yeah, I'm a comic, I'm on the road, I get a little wild, you know?
Right.
But then, you know, you start messing up closer together, and then you get fired and stuff from some comedy clubs, and then you get fired from like 3 in a row. And you're like, okay, this is bad, dude.
You get fired from 3 in a row?
Yeah, people are worried about you. People are like saying you're gonna die, and then it's like, oh shit, I got something going on here, you know?
Right.
So yeah, I addressed it, and life's best it's ever been now.
There you go. Good for you, man. Big, you're on the Ghosts.
Yeah, that's cool. A recurring guest on Ghost, which is awesome.
That's sweet. Man.
CBS, dude. I love working on TV shows,
That's
dude.
the best thing in the world.
It's the best. And I've been like series regular before a few times, and that's awesome because they like totally cater to you. Everyone's like super nice and shit. And then whenever you're a guest star, you're kind of like, you're like the cousin at the family function, you know?
Right.
Everyone spends time with each other every day, and you kind of show up like, hey, what's up? You know, they really kiss your ass whenever you're a series regular, bro. It's the best, dude. It's awesome.
Was had you already you after you did the zoo? Then you had your problems.
But not really. It kind of like was in the last like 3 or 4 years. You know, I'd say around like 2018. You know, is when it was like really like bad. Yeah. And then I just like, then everything from there to getting sober was like, it just became a greater hell each day, you know? And then you hit the point where it's like, okay, this is awful. This is life. This is a horrible life right here. Yeah.
Plus on top of COVID.
Oh, COVID was my jump start, bro. That's when everyone was like, I kind of had to pretend like it affected me. Like, everyone was like, I can't believe I'm drinking at 10 a.m. And I'm like, yeah, this is crazy. This never happens. But meanwhile, I was like, you know, cocaine dealers were still around during COVID, you know. Those are the real first responders, you know. Those guys were out there putting their lives on the line to get me high, dude.
Did they come wearing masks?
Yeah. They would come wearing masks.
Now, when you went to rehab, how long? You know, rehab is a big word and it means a lot. How long were you actually in the Betty Ford Center?
It wasn't Betty Ford. It wasn't that good.
Not Betty Ford, but it wasn't that good.
That was like a really good one.
That's a good one?
Yeah. I was there for like 30 days.
30?
Yeah, 30 days. And then you go in, you gotta just take a break, and then you get into like, you know, you just kind of like relearn how to do shit. And then the whole process for me, like, was stand up and everything, especially. Cause just like, bro, talking to people is hard. You know, I see some people can do it where they're just, oh, this guy's good at socializing. Me, I was never good at that until I started drinking. And I was like, oh, I can have a conversation. But now, since that's out of the picture, it's like I had to relearn. I would YouTube, like, how do I talk to people? And some 15-year-old kid would be like, okay, here's what you do. You ask him he's like the Riz master or something. And I was just taking notes, like, oh, okay, ask how they're doing. And but silence is okay. You know, just like, I'm just...
Silence
well, just
is okay.
pauses and shit. Like, sometimes I was always like, I got to keep filling the conversation. But it's fine. You don't have to be the center of attention party guy, you know? So some people are, though. That's cool.
Were you that before? Before comedy? Before?
No, I wasn't. I was kind of like a quiet guy. I just worked on my set list, you know? Sometimes with my friends, I would make my friends laugh and stuff. But I wasn't that guy who was like...
Always on.
And I've never been like that, dude. Like, I'll have my good days where I'm like, oh, this is...
Yeah, well, I mean, after the show, you know, I've been around you a little bit. And after the shows, you know, you're not out there... glad handing it. Hey, to be honest, that's more me. I'm like, hey,
you're good at it. See, I wish I was that guy, you know, who's like fun, but I'm like I'm not as fun as I want to be, you know, and that kind of, it's just kind of like accepting, like, okay, this is who I am, you know, I'm not gonna be that guy, like, hey, but it's cool, you know, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Well,
I'll have my good. Sometimes I'll have a good night where I'm like, oh, I was really on fire, socializing tonight. You know.
You know, like the other comics. When I was on the road, we would be. You know, I'd sell the shirts afterwards, and they'd be like, "Come on, let's go get a drink," and I'd still be talking to people who had been to the show.
Oh yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. It's kind of my jam. I love that interaction.
Yeah, and I've got friends who are comics that are like that too. That they're just like, they're good at that, you know, and I'm not horrible at it. Like, I can carry a conversation, but it's not something like, oh, I can't wait to get out and talk to everybody after the show. And then when I was drinking, though, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna find some blow tonight. You know,
that was it.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to all these people.
Can I talk good enough to get some blow?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's a great. Yeah, to hear you say I'm not good at it is, to me, that's like, good at it. It just is. I mean, that's kind of, you know, some people are, you know, some people aren't.
Some people are good at talking. Yeah. But then I know people too who are worse than me at talking. Oh, yeah. And then like I'll have friends that can't have really crippling social anxiety and can't carry a conversation at all. And then I become fucking Mr. Slick wheeling dealing, like I'm the best talker ever.
You're taking care of them.
Yeah, I'm watching out. I'll take the bullets, you know?
Watch out for him,
Like
man.
sometimes my fiance doesn't talk a lot, so then I'll be like, okay, this is on me. You know, I gotta carry this conversation.
When's the first time you ever did blow?
Dude, probably young. It's like 21. I was hanging out with this older comic, and like we went over there and did it. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Then I wasn't like doing it all the time.
Right.
But yeah, I just had that little like, okay. I was just experimenting a lot. I did acid and like never did heroin or anything like that, but done a lot of stuff, you know.
I mean, mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms were great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, did you go through a point where you ever, California sober?
No, I tried to be, but it never.
Yeah.
That works for some people. It didn't work for me. Yeah, I had to just take out everything.
So when you look back now, are the drinking stories and the drugging stories, are they painful or is it fun? I mean,
just
you're
like
still
life.
laughing, you know.
No, I mean it's just like life. It's like some moments sucked, were horrible, and then some moments were great. Like some people say I try to cross my legs, but I'm too fat.
That's all right. Go ahead.
No, but it's like, wouldn't it be funny if we weren't wearing pants? That'd be hilarious. There's no pants on. You had your hand on my knee the whole time.
They're sitting a little close.
Yeah, what's going on over there? No, what were you saying?
Yeah, I mean, because I have no addiction. I mean, I had food for a while, but I mean, of course, I've never had anything like. I mean, I did blow, and I could do it, take it or leave it. Weed, I don't even like anymore.
Yeah,
it makes me fucking crazy. I can still do mushrooms and microdose them every once in a while. Yeah. But I never, I never ever once thought, I'm at the verge, or nobody ever said you're at the verge or anything like that, and so. All of my drinking stories are like we were at this rugby party and a fight broke out and it was great and somebody shit their pants. And
bro,
blah, 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 blah.
And I have those too because it's like some people will say like my best day drinking is still, or my worst day sober is still better than my best day drinking. And I'm like, well, that's not true for me. I had some fucking amazing times drinking. You know?
Yeah.
But there was also like the worst of it, that's not worth it for me. You know?
Right, yeah, of course.
But then that's the difference between me and you. You know what I'm saying? You can drink and not obsess about it. Me, I got this thing where when I drink, it's an immediately like, okay, where are we going from here? You know? I don't want this to end. Okay, I need to make sure there's beer at the place. I need to make sure, do I have liquor at the place? Then I need some blow too, because I got to call that guy, because I don't want the party to end. I don't want to go back to feeling the way I felt before this, you know?
Right.
It's like a weird, like, mind fuck. And it runs in my family too, dude. I'm like, my mom, my dad, my grandpa, there was just, we got that, whatever that addiction gene is, I got it. My brothers do not. They can do whatever, but I can't, you know?
Were they casual drinkers or were they teetotalers? They never
casual,
drank?
You know? Yeah, just like like when dude, my brother would be like, yeah, we did this work party, had like a beer and a half. I'm like, a fucking half? What are you? A half? You didn't finish it, you fucking pussy. You left a half a beer? And that's my mind. I'll obsess over it. Like, well, what'd you do with it? You know, like, tell me, like, did the waiter come and pick it up? Did they throw it away? No, they threw it away. That sucks, dude.
My God. I think I just messed up the switcher on that, but we're recording all 3 tracks.
That's perfect.
I'm just picturing me laughing at you.
Yeah, just do that.
Now, were your parents both alcoholics?
Yeah.
Yeah? Still?
No.
Oh, that's good, man.
It was cool because I got sober and then my mom got sober, and I didn't know my dad, but I met him, my biological father, like 2 months ago. But it turns out he went to rehab, and so it's like it was kind of one of those like, oh, this was gonna happen, you know?
Right.
Probably should have never started drinking.
Right.
Just, you know.
Do you remember your first drink?
I think. Yeah, it was peppermint schnapps, but it was
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was at some party but it wasn't like I remember the first drink where it mattered, where it was like, oh, this is good. Remember I was in New York, and New York comedy versus Dallas comedy, very different. You're doing shows with like the Greg Giraldo and shit, and like you got to follow David Tell on a check spot. And remember before the show, just freaking out, and I had a beer because they were just drinking beer, and I was never, but I was like, yeah, I'll have a beer. And I had it, and I took the drink, and I felt this like, I was calm.
Yeah.
Like all those nerves went away, and then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna use this as a tool. This will be like my little secret weapon.
Yeah.
And it turned against me. I did not use it as a tool. Maybe
it was a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, and it's weird too because for some people it works, and I get a little jealous of that. Like, oh, you can do it, and it's not gonna ruin your life. So I have to figure out these other ways to get less nervous. I got to do like meditate and like just breathe and just do like I have to do a lot of things just to get into like a normal mode,
So so you had the drink before you went on stage and chill a little bit. Now that you don't drink, how long do you? Because, like, people want to be around you right before you're going up, that whole thing. And, like, I don't want to be around anybody before I'm going up.
I kind of don't like to
I think most comics are like, get the fuck away.
Yeah, let me go over my head. Yeah.
So, but do you do the Lord, give me the power to see the truth and the courage to act upon it?
I'll do like a little.
Or do you just, like, Nam Yule or Ringe Kule or, what?
You know what I do, bro? I prepare so much more than I ever did in my life.
Right.
Yeah, I actually, before, I would kind of look at my set list like, oh, I got this shit. Now it's like, I'll write a set list. I'll know exactly what I'm saying. It's just preparation, Preparation. And that makes me write more, Because now I'm always looking at this set that I'm adding to, and I'm a lot more prepared. And not all the time. Sometimes I'll go up and I'll wing it, because I can now because I've been sober for a while, so I'm not freaking out as much. But it's always better when I know what I'm saying, especially in the beginning. Going back to stand-up, I was like, my first shows, I was like, dude, I don't think I can do this. Like, I'm going to have to be an insurance salesman or some shit. Like, this is not going to work out. I'm too nervous.
Dustin Ybarra, insurance salesman.
Yeah, but I just kept, I just prepared a lot more.
Right.
And then eventually, things get easier, Once you do something scary, it's really scary. The first few times it's scary. And even now, sometimes before I go on stage, I've been doing comedy for 20 years. I'll get scared, dude. Just be like, oh man, what if I suck? What if I'm horrible?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like, okay, well, those are just thoughts,
Right.
And then if I go up and I bomb, at least I bomb sober. At least I bomb not like, like the club's not going to be like, we can never let you back again. But if I was up there all fucked up, they might be like, hey, dude, you're banned,
Right.
So, yeah, it's like whatever.
I think probably with your level and what's going on with you, I think that you could probably go back to the band clubs, don't you think? I mean,
I got back into them.
Yeah, I was going to say you did.
I did. There's this whole process, Yeah, I did the whole 12-step thing, and like,
You apologizing to people? Or did you call
I did
people?
some of that,
Yeah?
Yeah.
I had somebody call me, and they did the same thing. I was like, what did you ever do to me, man?
Yeah.
I mean, did you get that a lot? I mean, I was like,
everyone was pretty cool, There's like the big ones and the small ones, and you just do them, and you do it to just kind of clean up your side of the street.
I like that. Yeah. I think probably everybody should do that, whether you're an alcoholic or not.
Dude,
go
I think
back
so
and
too.
apologize.
Bro, 12 steps are good, dude.
Yeah.
Like it kind of gave me a way of like doing life because before I hadn't. Bro, I was like a pinball, dude. Life would smack me around. I would just go with whatever. And I didn't have a lot of structure growing up. And I'm not trying to like blame it on my family or anything, but I didn't have a lot of discipline, in my life. My early life was very chaotic.
Right.
And doing that whole program just gives me it makes life a lot easier.
Tell me about the Tonight Show.
Tonight Show was awesome, man. What was cool about the Tonight Show is I got that about like 2 years into my sobriety, and it was crazy because I was like, dude, this is wild. Like I was unbookable before, and I was on death's door having seizures, and now I'm about to do the Tonight Show. And it just showed me like, dude, this whole sober thing worked for you, you know? Just worked for me. And I was nervous before the Tonight Show, you know? But I did it, and I walked through it with dignity. I didn't have to... If I would have got that before, dude, I would have been drinking like... Well, without a fucking doubt, I would have been drinking hardcore before the show. Then I would probably be on a Tonight Show slurring my words and shit, dude.
Wow, really? You think you just started...
Without a doubt, because I didn't know how to deal with fear or anything.
Right.
I'd be like, oh my God, I need this to go away. And then, God, who knows what would have happened. I would have fucking embarrassed myself in front of the Roots or some shit.
With
That would have sucked, man.
That's who you're worried about in front of the
I
Roots.
know. Dude, Questlove looking at me
Questlove
like,
hates me.
Yeah. Yeah, the Tonight Show is awesome, dude.
Yeah. Going back anytime soon?
I don't know. I haven't submitted a tape or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably should. I got some newer, clean stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's the key. You got to have the clean stuff.
Clean.
And then you just did Comic Unleashed?
Yeah, that was fun. Comics
that
Unleashed.
fun?
Yeah, it was a good time,
Yeah.
you know? Just went up there and did it. And
They weren't rubbing your leg under the table like I am.
no, there was no table.
And then, so now you had auditions yesterday.
Yeah, and I'm auditioning, dude. I'm just kind of like I'm very like chop wood, carry water. Like before I was like, I gotta get famous and I need this. I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna do my job the best that I can. And what happens, you know?
Yeah.
I'm able to make a living doing comedy, not having a fucking 9 to 5. So I'm like, all right, life's all right.
It's good, man. That's what everybody's dream is.
Yeah.
You pulled out the guitar the other night.
Yeah, dude. I'm thinking about doing that some more. Yeah.
But you really didn't use the guitar, right?
Not at all, bro.
That's
It's just
the
kind of
thing.
like, I don't know.
I enjoyed it.
I was just kind of messing around with it. I was like, because I was playing before the show, and I was like, I'm going to bring this to the show. And that's like, I was really comfortable in that show.
Well, it's a little thing to hide behind, right? You get that thing. And
Yeah.
If you're not concentrating or, you can just strum it.
And I want to do something for it because, guitar's always like a headliner to box, as they would say.
Right.
And I'm always like, maybe I should do some big-ass guitar closer on the road.
Just wailing on it.
Dude, that'd be
Just
awesome.
pull
Just
it
coming
out.
up and just doing your own, like, doing your own intro music, dude. That'd be the shit, dude.
All right, can you play at all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Because you didn't play, I don't even think you played a chord the other night, did you?
Yeah, you couldn't hear it, bro. I was dominating.
I was so wrapped in the music,
bro.
man. I couldn't do
Yeah.
it, yeah. But that used to be. When I started off, like I've got like a really good singing voice.
Oh, really?
But so many people told me, you can't be a singer, you can't do anything, you just have to do stand-up comedy, tell jokes, do bits.
Yeah.
Anybody that plays the guitar is a hack. Anybody
they
that
would
does
say that.
anything, you're a goddamn boat act. Now, everybody I know is a boat act. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody that I worked with in the 90s
Yeah.
and 2000s, they're all on boats, So,
Yeah.
I wish I'd have sang. I told my daughter, she's she does improv and she's funny and she was thinking about doing stand up. I go, you ought to write some funny songs. You ought to do it all because why not?
Why not? Exactly. Who are these people? I remember people telling me that in the beginning. Are you going to use guitar on stage when I first started? It's like, who was that person?
Yeah.
Was this like the king of show business?
Right.
No, it's some fucking dummy.
But you listen, you're
Some
like,
open micer. Yeah, it was a little funny.
I better
to me.
not do what so and so
Yeah.
says. I don't. Yeah,
So stupid, dude.
do everything you can, man. Everything you can. Now the hair.
The hair.
I love the hair.
Thanks, man.
Would you, if you had a good role, you cut it off?
Definitely. I
Yeah.
would, dude, in a second, I would shave
What?
this shit. I would G.I. Jane myself in a heartbeat, bro. If I was getting an offer, dude, hell yeah.
Great. I want to see you in the tank top and the panties, like shaving your head,
Yeah.
doing chin ups and pull ups.
If I was skinny, I might not have the hair. But I feel like it takes away from my fatness, so I can't.
Yeah, well, hey man,
yeah,
I got up to 312, and when you're 312, I don't know what you weigh, but I mean, you start thinking about losing weight. Will I still be funny? You know? And stuff like
dude,
that.
I would think about that in the beginning. Now I'm like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Maybe but I'll always have the hair though, because it's like, all right, well, I'll just be the wacky skinny guy.
Well, I mean, your instrument is so much bigger than the hair. It's the voice, and it's your facial expressions. You know, you got everything going for you on that point.
Yeah, I think we overthink it a lot.
Oh, of course.
Definitely. Like, I'm an overthinker when it comes to that. But, yeah, I mean, I did not intentionally grow my hair, but I remember when I first moved to New York, a haircut was like, I had no money, and it was like $50 to get a haircut, so I just let it grow. And then people were like, oh, crazy hair guy. I'm like, oh, okay, this is my thing. And then I started getting parts in movies, so I'm like, all right, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know?
Have they come to you to be like the Momoa little brother? Or,
no, not yet.
A parody or anything.
We'll see what
like that?
happens, hopefully one day. Yeah. Momoa's a new one, too, because I used to always be Jack Black, and now the Momoa thing, I don't know. It's the thing I've been getting. Look, yeah, dude, I'm just looking at it.
You got it going on, man.
What's up, dude? I like fat Jason Momoa.
You could have been the fat guy in the tribe on the Game of Thrones, man.
I totally could have, yeah. Have you been watching the new Game of Thrones?
I have not. I've never watched the rest of it. I watched like one season.
Dude, I tell you what, bro. I'm into anything with swords. I'm fucking into.
Yeah,
bro. Dude, horses and swords. If there's a horse and there's a sword, I'm in.
Yeah, you like the horses.
Yeah.
You should.
But I don't like horses. Like, I don't like Seabiscuit. No, but Seabiscuit with swords. I'm fucking in, bro.
I was about to say, hey man, you need to come to the Kentucky Derby. I'll take you to the Derby.
If they had swords, I would go.
They got whips. They got crops.
But
they fight each other
I want
sometimes.
fucking swords, bro. You gotta have some steel.
Do you have a sword?
Do I have a sword?
Yeah.
No, I don't have a sword. I need to get one.
Somebody should.
I've gifted a sword before.
You gave somebody a sword?
Yeah, I bought my brother a sword.
Let's see a sword guy.
No, not really. He's not.
So basically, you gave yourself the gift that you could play with when you're over at your brother's house?
An English broadsword. Yeah.
An English broadsword?
Yeah, dude, I've been into swords, bro. Dude, I think I'm really into, like, any, like, medieval thing, or, like, but I don't like magic, you know? Whenever magic kind of gets involved, I'm like, Yeah.
But that's the whole thing about Game of Thrones.
It is, and that's good enough, though. I was one of those guys where, like, I'm into it, but then dragons show up, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? But it was a good enough show where I was like,
well, there's enough nudity. You saw enough.
Enough incest, yeah. I'm like, all right. This makes up for it. You know, brother, sister fucking, okay.
I'm always I like the Cowboys. Like, I liked
Cowboys.
I liked
too.
1883 and 1923, but I haven't watched. I don't care anything about the modern one. It just seems like a soap opera to me. What is it? Yellowstone.
Yeah, you know? I get what you're saying. I like period pieces because I can watch a show that takes place in the 1800s, but I can't watch a show that takes place in like 2005. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if I see a fucked up cell phone, I'm like, what is this bullshit?
Oh, come on.
But if I see if I see like a Pony Express guy, I'm like, oh, okay, this is interesting.
That's history.
That's history. Yeah, I don't want to watch something.
When you were part of it, you don't care.
Oh, I don't care. Yeah.
Unless it really brings you home, like, you know, like Dazed and Confused or something like that. Then I'm like, hey, that was my whole life.
I can watch Dazed and Confused because I didn't.
Plus, it's a great film.
It's a great film.
On top of being that was like my junior year in high school.
Yeah.
That was the time period. Plus, it's a good film.
Yeah, it's a great film, dude.
Tell me about Ghosts.
Ghost is fun. I got the part because I was pitching a show with a showrunner, and the show never got picked up. Like, no one bought it or anything. But he ended up making Ghost, being the showrunner for that, and he was like, hey, I got a part for you, and yeah, I ended up just getting it from that.
You shoot in Canada?
Yeah, shoot in Canada. Yeah. Montreal.
Yeah, how's that?
It's all right.
You like it?
No, it's pretty cool. Everybody speaks French. It's wild. Because they have homeless people too, but they speak French. That was they come over. Bonjour, bonjour. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
He wants cheese, man.
Yeah, bonjour, fromage. Fromage, it. Yeah, Montreal was pretty cool though. I got to the cool thing. I've had some great experience on the show. Probably the coolest thing so far is like one night, Paul McCartney was in town, and they were like, "Hey, you want to go see Paul McCartney?" Man. And I'm like, "Dude, I want to see Paul McCartney." And they got us. It was like the cast and the cast of that other show, DMV. They got us this box to go see Paul McCartney, and then they got like floor seats, and there was like free food and booze. And, you know, I got the food. But like, dude, it was so awesome, bro. Paul McCartney, that was a shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
Best concert I've ever been to.
Really?
Yeah.
A little
and
surprising to me.
Slipknot.
You've seen Slipknot
Yeah.
with
Watch
Paul McCartney.
Out. Oh, Paul McCartney and Slipknot, that'd be awesome. Especially if he had to wear one of the masks.
The mask.
Yeah.
What did Paul McCartney's mask be? Look at Paul McCartney and Slipknot. It surprised me because so you like the old music or yeah?
Yeah.
How old are you,
dude? I'm 39.
Okay.
I like any type of music, dude.
Yeah.
It's good that any kind of music I'm like into. I like a lot of Motown, a lot of like classic, like 90s country. I'm really into.
Yeah. Garth.
Rock and Garth. Oh, dude, I was a big Garth guy.
I did Garth's first music video.
No way.
I was working in the video music industry. It was a post production. I had Garth in the back of my suite. I did the dance.
Oh my god!
And
you did the dance?
I did the dance.
Holy
man.
shit, bro! That one will get you,
I'm
dude.
telling you, man.
Oh my god!
Garth is sitting in the back with his manager, talking about. And I remember him going. These are the exact words. He goes, "Man, if I ever got as big as Clint Black, could you imagine that?" And I just, and then I was just like, "Well, God, he's just." And Clint Black's great, but I mean, Garth was huge.
Garth is freaking huge, bro.
And then, like 2 weeks later, me and my ex were at Tower Records in Nashville, and we see this guy, and my ex-wife goes, "Who is that guy? I think I went to high school with him." I go, "No, you didn't go to high school with him." She goes, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure." I go, "Man, that's Garth Brooks. He went to high school in Oklahoma." And so we just saw him out a couple times. He was super nice guy when I worked with him.
Yeah.
No, I thought that's when after that era, I kind of quit listening to country music.
Yeah, that was a good era though, bro. Garth Brooks, George Strait.
George Strait.
I would freaking dude, sometimes what I'll do late at night is I'll get on YouTube and I'll look at Garth Brooks The Dance, but with like Dale Earnhardt compilation. And bro, I'd get you, bro. Oh my god. If you listen to The Dance or the Garth Brooks compilation, that's the shit, dude.
So you're NASCAR?
Yeah, I was big into NASCAR.
Really?
Yeah, Texas Motor Speedway. I was right by there, dude.
Yeah.
I love NASCAR.
I was playing golf with when I was working the Comedy Zone in Charlotte, and we played with me and Hef and Joel. I can't remember, maybe Chuck. When we went to we played golf at this golf course, and we came into the clubhouse, and Dale Earnhardt was sitting at the bar.
Oh wow!
I'm like, and I grew up. I swear, I grew up 125 miles from Nashville in Louisville. They never mentioned NASCAR. 125 miles south, and that's all they talked about. It was like two different worlds. Man.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, I was into NASCAR. NASCAR was cool back in the day, too, because you had older drivers with younger drivers. Now, all the drivers are pretty young.
Right.
But back in the day when it was like Dale Earnhardt and like a 21-year-old racing against, you don't see that in anything else,
You seen the Dick Trickle documentary?
No.
I mean, it's pretty. I mean, I'm not.
Dude, I thought that was a joke. You see the Dick Trickle documentary?
That was
no. It's
everybody in the 90s.
Very short.
Everybody had a Dick Trickle driving the Viagra car joke. I had one.
Yeah.
No, evidently they call him like he was like the ultimate driver. I watched this.
Dick Trickle, really?
Yeah, they said I know it's a great documentary. I don't know if it's on. I can't remember if it's Netflix but I watched it. It was really good. Just how dominant he was, and the other that he just got to NASCAR too late in his career
to
really
was
be
he,
big.
Yeah, he was probably one of those drivers.
He's one of the older. That's when you said one of the older guys.
Yeah.
Like the Alabama gang, or whatever. They had those old guys. And
Davey Allison.
Allison, Bobby Allison.
Yeah.
I mean, the only person you ever heard of when I was a kid was Richard Petty.
Yeah.
That's the only guy you ever heard of. But, then you get to some place where they really watch. Brett Bodine had a cylinder.
Dude, that's like bringing back Alan Kawicki, man.
Alan Kawicki
in the Hooters car. How did he die? I think he died of AIDS, right?
No, that's Tim Richmond.
Tim Richmond, that's right.
Tim Richmond, yeah.
Alan Kawicki, helicopter?
Maybe. I think
it might have been a helicopter. But yeah, Tim Richmond was one that I'm like, whoa, that's wild. Yeah. And they kept it all under wraps and everything.
Yeah. Well, a friend of mine, Donna Scott, she was married to Ridley Scott's husband, Tony Scott. I was doing the
Ridley Scott's husband. Wait,
Ridley Scott's brother.
Like, hang on.
Her husband was Tony Scott, Ridley's brother, who directed Man on Fire, and he directed Days of Thunder. And she was dating Tim Richmond.
No way.
She was like Mrs. Mellow Yellow or whatever, and she met Tony and ended up marrying Tony. And she was telling me all about those guys. And I stayed with her at when I was doing the Comedy Zone outside of Charlotte and Lake Norman. Her and Tony had a house on Lake Norman, so she goes, "Stay with me," because I knew her from an acting class out here. Stay with her, and she got bit by a copperhead.
No, she didn't. What?
I was there.
Oh my God, that's scary. Did you go to the hospital?
Yeah, her foot blew up, looked like a sausage.
Dude, that's freaking terrifying.
But she was telling me all about Tim and all that stuff, and drivers doing like they would. Just doing drugs while they were driving, to stay awake,
Oh, man,
like
that's wild,
yeah. She never said that he did, but anyway, so yeah, it's amazing to talk to somebody that, when you would watch your set on stage, I would never go, oh, he loves country music and NASCAR.
Yeah, and Wu-Tang Clan.
What else?
I metal detect a lot right now, so.
Do you really?
Fuck yeah,
What's the best thing you found?
A silver Tiffany's necklace.
A what?
A silver Tiffany's necklace.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you sell it or did you keep it?
Dude, I kept it. I keep all my stuff, man. I got my little Scrooge McDuck pile of gold and silver, dude. I just open up the box and look at it sometimes. Like, yeah, dude. Yeah, this is awesome.
If I ever get out of the show business, I've always got this.
Hell yeah, dude. That's my 401k, bro. This is my little box of metal. Yeah.
So how'd you end up doing that? I mean, did you just see one in a pawn shop? Or?
I just got into it during the pandemic, and then I got into it for a little bit, and then when I got sober, I was like, I need a hobby. I need a good, clean hobby. So I started metal detecting.
Do you have the kind with the earphones and everything?
I don't use the earphones. I let everyone at the beach know what's up, I don't have the earphones, and I started doing TikTok lives, and more people would come on, and it was getting pretty popular. So then I'm starting to interview comics and stuff. I got to have you on at some point. Just metal detect on the beach. It's fun. Yeah, it's like my podcast, I guess.
Tiffany, how old did you have it appraised?
No, but I looked online. It was $2,500.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'll find rings and it's just I like it. It's something I like to do. I would be doing it if I wasn't podcasting, or doing it as a show. I would just do it anyway. So might as well do something I like and put it out there.
Do you have the little basket and you sift everything?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Does it come as a kit?
No.
You have to buy the basket separate?
Bro, I got sponsors now, man. CKG Scoop, shout out. They sent me a scoop.
Really?
Yeah, Garrett Metal Detector sent me a metal detector. And yeah, it's a fun thing. I don't think any other comics doing it.
I've
So
never,
I kinda got it on
I would
lockdown.
say you're the one.
I got it on
You're the
lockdown,
one guy.
bro.
Well, man, I sure have had a good time, and I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Love to have you back, and in the future.
Of course. Maybe you'll have me back if this episode didn't record. Is that what happened with Chantal?
Yes.
Yeah.
It recorded, but the audio was just pegged.
Oh, really?
So there was like the whole
There's
time.
got to be a way to fix that post production.
No,
you can't.
it was
Okay.
blown. And it's not. That's the thing. It's not the first time. My very first one, I did Mike Siegel, and it was just fucked. And I got half a Gary.
Shandling?
No, Gary Bright.
That'd be wild. You're like, oh no.
Yeah, half of Gary Brightwell was blown up. So, but I think I got it all dialed in. I got Maison and Cash down, and that worked out good. But sure, glad to have you. Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
bro.
man. Come see me again. Hope to see you out there. And for everybody, this has been Dustin Ybarra. I'm Lawrence Thomas on the Overserved podcast, and keep coming back. Fade to black.